Who's at the door, please?
Me.
Oh, Mrs. Wire. Oh, Mrs. Wire. Come in. I was just about to come down to your room to speak to you about something.
Yeah, what about?
Well, sorry to say, Mrs. Wire, but I just don't consider these cockroaches to be the most desirable kind of roommates, now do you?
Cockroaches, huh?
Well, yes, precisely. Now, I've had very little experience with cockroaches in my life, but the few that I have seen have been, well, the pedestrian type, Mrs. Wire. The kind that walk. Well, these, they appear to be flying cockroaches. Why, I was shocked. In fact, I was literally stunned when one of them took off the floor and started whizzing round and around in the air. Just missing my face by a couple inches, Mr. Wire. Well, I sat down on the edge of this bed and I wept. Well, imagine, flying cockroaches. Something I never dreamed to be in existence. Whizzing around and around and around in front of my face. Well, Mrs. Wire, I want you to know. Well, what am I to do, Mrs. Wire?
Flying cockroaches ain't nothing to be surprised at. They have them all over. Even uptown they have them. But that, however, is not what
Well, that may be true, Mrs. Wire. But I might as well tell you that I have a horror of roaches. Well, even the plain old-fashioned pedestrian kind. You know, if I'm to stay on here one more night, Mrs. Wire, they've got to be gotten rid of. And gotten rid of at once.
Now how am I going to stop them roaches from flying in for the windows? But that was not what I wanted to speak
Well, I don't know how,
about,
Mrs. Wire. But there certainly must be a method. All I know is they've got to be gotten rid of. Before I'm to stay here one more night, Mrs. Wire. Why, if I was to wake up in the middle of the night and find one in my bed, I'd have a convulsion. Oh, I swear to goodness, Mrs. Wire, I'd simply die of convulsions.
If you excuse me for saying so, Mrs. Hartshellmore, you're much more likely to die from over-drinking and cockroach convulsion. What's this? Larkspur Lotion?
Well, I use it to take the old polish off my nails.
Very fastidious, yes.
What do you mean?
There ain't an old house in the quarter that ain't got roaches.
Well, that may be true, but not in such enormous quantities now, do they, Mrs. Wire?
It ain't as bad as all that. And by the way, you ain't yet paying me the rest of this week's rent yet.
Well,
I don't want to get you off the subject of roaches, but nevertheless you need to collect me. I need to collect that money.
I'll give you the money as soon as you've exterminated them roaches.
You need to pay me right away or get out!
Well, I intend to get out unless these roaches get out, Mrs. Wire.
You need to get out right away if you don't pay me the money!
Oh, you must be crazy. I can't get out right now.
And what do you mean about them roaches?
I meant what I said about the roaches. They're not exactly the most desirable kind of roommates now, are they, Mrs. Wire?
Then don't room with them. Pack your stuff and move it on. Have roaches.
You mean you insist upon having the roaches, Mrs. Wire?
No, I insist upon having the rent you owe me.
Well, right at the moment, that's out of the question.
Out of the question? Is it?
Well, yes. Well, I'll tell you why. Well, them quarterly payments due to me by the man who runs the rubber plantation not been forwarded yet. Well, I've been expecting them for some time now. But in that letter I received this morning, well, it seems that there's been some misunderstanding.
Oh, now stop it! I have heard enough of that goddamn rubber plantation. Do you think I've been in this business 17 years without learning nothing about your kind of woman?
Well, now, what's the implication in that remark?
I guess the men you have in here at night comes in to discuss the plantation.
Oh, you must be crazy to say such a thing as that.
I hear what I hear and I know what's going on.
Oh, I know you spy. I know you listen at doors.
I'll never spy and I'll never listen at doors. The first thing a landlady in the French Quarter gotta learn is not to see and not to hear, but only to collect your money. As long as that comes in, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I'm dumb. But as soon as it stops, I recover my hearing and also my sight, and also the use of my voice. If necessary, I'm gonna go down to the phone and call the chief of police, who happens to be an in-law of my sister's. I heard that argument last night, and it was about money.
What argument? What money?
He shouted so loud, I had to shut the front window to stop the noise from carrying out in the streets. I had no mention of any Brazilian plantation, but plenty of other things were plainly referred to in that little midnight conversation of yours. Larkspur Lotion, to take the polish off your nails? Am I main fancy, am I? That's in a par with a wonderful Brazilian plantation! Oh, it's you.
Roaches. They're everywhere. On the walls and the ceilings and the floors. And this place is infested with them.
I know. I suppose there were no roaches on the Brazilian rubber plantation.
No, of course not. It was always immaculate. Always.
I know.
The floors were so bright and clean, they used to shine like mirrors.
And I suppose the window commanded a very lovely view.
It was indescribably lovely.
How far was it from the Mediterranean?
The Mediterranean. Only a mile or two.
And I dare say, on a very clear day, you could just make out the white chalk cliffs of Dover across the channel.
On a very clear day, you could. Thank you, Mr.
Chekhov. Anton Pavlovich Chekhov.
Thank you, Mr. Chekhov.